Starting soon. Waiting for all of the connections to the internet balloon. Move my mic a bit. Microphone check. It's total legit. Alright, we got all of the green lights are go. That means we are online. Even though I broke everything at exactly the time I tried to start. Good job. Good job, me. I think my headphones are coming correct. And oh, Ripley, is everything on the screen correctly? Is this Ripley? Ripley! Meow, 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 Oh, Ripley, you wait till right now. You wait till right now to tell me I didn't turn on the remote. Unbelievable. And when I say I of course mean you, Ripley. Swing over here. Hey, Pat, how's it going? Cause Pat is on the line. Pat is feeling fine. He's probably drawn some kind of cartoon for a movie or TV, or maybe a commercial to sell you something not free. Space Goonie also rhymes with that. All right, move this over here away from my water. And I think that's everything. Close this. Everything connected. And quiet. Too quiet, really. Really. Oh, is that my cue? Is that my cue to say things? Should I have been making a pile of noise this whole time? Because, I don't know, I was just kind of thinking, drinking, having a good old time. Just like, so tell me, what are we living for? Hey, I say we chuck it a bitches and sell our souls to rock and roll. What? I need to know what I'm missing. That's the wrong button. That's the wrong button completely. How am I supposed to sing a song? If you go to the news, I'm not the news. I am the entertainment. So turn it up on the stereo. Somebody light the ignition. What the hell are you waiting for? It's time to make a decision. I feel the world go around and ooh and whatnot, huh? Lightning! Cat sounds. Alright, let me get situated here. Press this button. Oh, yeah. Okay, I think I've got myself settled. Hey, Pat, CTK, Space Goonay, and anybody else who's floating around the way. Aren't you supposed to be at work, CTK? Oh my god, you're gonna get trouble? You're gonna get trouble from the fired. My name is Mr. Cartoons, and I'm Milo. I'm frozen. Let it go. Let it go. You don't need to be frozen, Joe. You can just be a GI, hey, and fight for the USA with your laser guns against Cobra and Destro too. And I'm never sure which one is which, and I don't give a care. Those guys can just screw off. Good song. Good song. All right. So, how many things can I be angry about this week? Here's one. The drawing window isn't on the screen. Like I said, right as I get everything set up, I realized, oh yeah, I had to change some stuff because I was learning stuff at work today, which affected my settings that I already have. And I'm scrolling through, and I don't see my animation window for some reason. Right here, I can see it. Yep, animate. So then, all I have to do is I double click on this. Desktop, Firefox, Restream, Streamlabs OBS, VPN, and a bunch of Windows stuff. I don't, it's gonna make me, fine. You win this round. Yes, I win this round. That's one for me. Ripley, put that up on the board. I swear to God, if I freeze again, Ripley, I'm going to punch you in the face. Is it because of Flash? Is it because the Flash seed is too big? I don't know. So let's just get you to open that up again. While I just sit here yelling things and being crazy. All the things. Sometimes all the things are broke, and that's not an effing joke. You double click and the screen is empty and it doesn't retain the size. Cause everything is crazy. Everything below the skies. Also a good song. I can't fault you. He is a WebM. A WebM. WEBM. I'm sure the issue is some sort of Mac-related thing, as it always is. All right, window capture. Once again, I think I'm going crazy. Am I going crazy? That's a PNG. That's a PNG. I opened this. Am I? SWFs work too? I had no idea. I'll have to try that next week for sure. Did Adobe Animate apparently unexpectedly quit, even though I fully purposely quit it. I have a feeling, I have a terrible feeling that the only way to make this work is to close the stream and open it up again, get it to see the window. I don't know why. Should be here. If I just click you, your 0 item. Anything? Nope. You know that Adobe's open. I know that you know that much, computer. I'm not putting my animation at the top. Alright, I'm going to try quitting Flash again. See if I can get the pictures on the screen. Because this is nuts. Alright, I'm gonna double click it again. I'm gonna just open without giving me any trouble. And then everything will be great. Yeah, no. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Like, seriously? Why don't you try, hey, let's just double click me for a second as well. Yeah, no, I should just loop forever. There's no reason I should be stopping ever. But there you have it. It's just one of those days. You don't want to wake up. You want to stay in bed and everything is messed up. It's all about the he said bull plops. So you think it better quit. It's something with a backflip. I don't remember the words to that song or what song it is, but I'm pretty sure it is Fredward Durst. All right. Meow, 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 meow. Do I have a different one? No. Okay, I'm going to double click. All right. I'm gonna make a new Limp Bizkits. But if I do this, then I have to make it a new one, I guess. I don't know. Try this. Am I blurry? A little bit blurry. Stabilizer. Autofocus. There we go. A little clearer. Okay, there it is. All right, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. The other link is just dead. So we'll just reset. I'll just reset it up on every on every screen. This is what it's like to set up a live stream. This is what you do all day when you're working at Streamlabs, making. Actually, I don't do this all day at all. I just draw things for other people to put in streams, and occasionally I do have to put stuff in, and I don't like it. Copy. So if we go to this page, and then we go paste. Where'd it go? If we go here, there it is. Copy, copy, copy. Go back here. I can see that it pasted, but not on the screen. It's not on the screen. So we're gonna paste a reference. There we go. And then go to this one and paste a reference. Paste a reference. Drag it down. Drag it down. Drag it down. Drag it all the way down. And then freeze it to death. That's how you keep things around. You freeze them forever till they're frozen in time. Let's just put it over here like this. Then we'll finish our rhyme near fire. Milo talk. Flap it up, flip it, and paste your reference. Then Ripley blinking. Paste your reference. Ripley talking. Meow, 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 meow. Hey, bros. Are you gonna copy and paste something for me? Oh, cool. Now I can see what's going on. Great stuff, bros. Oh, who cares? Who cares? I would also like nobody likes me. Here's me. I also get a screen. Okay, cool. Now that's there. Good day. We're just on the couch. We do not need any. Oh, come on, no. Don't cover me up. I like to be completely seen. My knees, my back, my neck, and my cracks. Oh, I'm an action figure, so there's little cracks and whatnot. Nothing filthy at all. Oh, fiddle-dee-dee. I think that's all. Yes, let's go with that. All right. Okay. Okay, all right. Okay. Really, I was really prepared to like just jump right in today and just be like, hey, here's the list of things that I'm angry about today. And no, it's not the things I should be angry about because they're too big and too crazy and just way too serious. And I'd rather take this time to be angry at innocuous things that don't matter, even though some of these things definitely still matter. So spoiler alert. I'm not going to talk about the ocean being on fire or how running oil underneath the water in pipes is a great idea that I did not realize we did as humans. Like, you know, boats were already enough trouble and they were above the water. And it's just like, hey, let's just run a pipe through this. And how easy is it to run a pipe under all of the water? Like, that's, I don't understand. I still don't understand how bridges get made, even though I've watched some videos and like documentaries or at least just YouTube clips of just like, hey, we're going to build a bridge in all this water. How does that happen? And they're just like, oh, we clear a big pile of water with like walls and stuff. And then we put all the stuff in, and then we let that fill back in. Then we do the next one. Just like, maybe we don't deserve bridges. That's crazy. That's crazy. So let me close this. There's that, and of course, you know, just way too many bodies. Way too many bodies. On which thing am I talking about? Exactly. There's too many different things that have a body count lately, or slash always, and we just didn't take count of the body counts. It's apparently way too hot in Vancouver or in British Columbia, and it sounds horrific and terrifying and very sad for so many people. And then, of course, the residential school madness. I've spent the week not looking at TikTok, so I only have a little bit of TikTok news because it's just gotten quite unbearable. It's just, I don't know. I don't belong there, or just slash. It's just it's like going back in time 2 years, where it's like, hey, remember when everybody was just like, "This is our president, and we love it, and you'll never take us down." That's still just going on, and it's just bombarding TikTok with like people that are saying, "Hey, that's not a thing," and the other people just saying, "Oh, it is. He's still the leader of the world. You guys just don't get it yet." It's just like, well, whatever it is you believe in doesn't make any sense then. Like any uh, just connection to logic that you did have before, and it was like, hey, you're supposed to respect the president regardless of what's going on, whether you like him or not. He's still in charge. You always got to listen to the boss. And then when the next thing came around, you were like, yeah, no, the boss is always the boss forever. And anything we ever said before, we didn't believe, and we only believe this thing. It's like, well, you know what they say. If you change and stuff, like, that's good. You're supposed to change. If you don't hate who you used to be, then you probably didn't grow very much or become a better person. But these it's just more like a weird, like, just mecha, like a Voltron, like a Power Rangering of of growth. Like, instead of, hey, yeah, this all doesn't make sense, let's learn and be better people, it's just like, hey, I don't know what's going on, let's all form into a big giant robot of not knowing what's going on and just punch and kick anything and everything. Let's just go crazy. Everything's our enemy now, and everybody. Okay. Well, for the people who were already living in a world that was like, hey, don't be so worried all the time. Things aren't as crazy as you think they are. Just stop worrying. And and slash, hey, what do you mean you don't watch the news all the time? So it's like, all right, started to believe, maybe I shouldn't be afraid all the time, and maybe I should also be up on the news a little bit. And the slightest bit of news that I've gotten is, be afraid, be very afraid. And I mean, literally, I don't even know. Just walk down the street, punch in the air. I think, Pat, is the answer, because people got to know. Um, you're ready to do some punching, I guess. I don't even know. Uh, Here's something local that, honestly, I don't even want to say because I don't want to frighten CTK. But here in my town, I just read in the news this morning that what sounds like uh, right down where my old apartment used to be, where I used to do where I started this live stream a while ago. Maybe it was still the Morning Everybody show back then. Oh, I'm starting by tracing a picture of Joe Pesci, and I thought it would be funnier if it was Home Alone Joe Pesci. I do have an idea for the comic this week, and maybe, just maybe, we'll have time for the words as well. Um, so, so yeah, down by my old apartment, I think, um, I forget, I can't remember exactly the news story, but some dudes were being dudes down by the river, and the lady was like, "Hey, you guys can't be doing dude stuff down by the river." I can't remember. Oh, I believe they were shooting off fireworks, and she was like, "Hey, like you're scaring my dog. Like, can you not like shoot fireworks by my house or whatever?" And dude jumped up on her, and they just started beating her, and like basically trying to drown her in the river. And she eventually they like left, I guess, or she got away. And then her friend was like looking for her, came and helped her, and now she is like just epically terrified to like even just leave her home. And I'm just like, yeah, of course you would be. And oh my god, like in a world of bad news, uh, to get up and read that, it's just like, are you kidding me? Come on, like, come on. Because it wasn't like it clearly wasn't an issue of, hey, we want to shoot our fireworks off. How dare you tell us what to do? It was definitely a, hey, if we didn't beat up this lady tonight, we were probably going to beat somebody else up because, if you went to that extent, then that's obviously like your jam is just causing violent trouble. She like filmed them and stuff, but then lost her phone in the river while they were trying to drown her. And it's just again just those things that are just like, I'm pretty sure it was last week, maybe it was the week before, but I'm super sure that I ended this stream by saying, "Hey everybody, like don't go attacking anybody, don't go stabbing anybody, don't go stealing people." Just that's all I'm asking for a whole week. And by a whole week, I mean forever. But so that next week I won't have one of these stories, and then the week goes by and I have one of these stories. Yeah, there's always like spots like that where it is just like especially like when I was a kid, there were so many of those places that are like, oh, this is the shortcut, this is the path, this is the way you always go. And then one day, all it takes is one day of, oh, like this is where those bad kids hang out. Just like, oh, you're always like those bad kids or whatever. Like, all right, well then when you guys are sitting around the table, like the adults, that is, talking about like, oh, this somebody's barn was broken into and somebody's this was broken into, and you're just like, who are these people that are doing it? Like, must be somebody coming into our neighborhood from somewhere else. Like, no, it's those bad kids that I specifically pointed out. Those guys threaten me. They threaten all kinds of people, and they've always got brand new stuff, even though they clearly come from poor families. Like, that's that bike that's missing. That guy's driving down the street with now. But oh, so and so knows his dad and knows his dad, so people are somewhat related. So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? It's just like I don't know. I'm gonna move away. I'm gonna move away, and I did. uh, but you can only move so far, or you can never move far enough to be away from a world where weirdos exist that are, just satisfied with violence. Just realizing, just realizing that I did start by saying, hey, let's talk about the innocuous things that are a little more fun to be angry about instead of the horrific things. And that I just drifted right into Horrible Town and stayed there. So we want to take a left turn. You want to, hit up the old boop boop boop, back up and spin around, do a 3 point back into Fun Town, or at least Angry Fun Town. I do, I really do. Um, oh God, yeah. I always feel a little bit better when the person does have a friend that's saying, hey, Billy, come on now, like, don't be that guy. Let's just live our lives. You don't need to attack somebody's night. Uh, Instead of, hey, yeah, I also want to be an angry, crazy maniac. I will join in the madness. That looks enough like Joe Pesci. Looks enough like him. I'm tracing. What is it gonna get better? Is it gonna get better? So in nonsense news that just affects me, um, on the weekend I sat down with my sketchbook and did some doodling. Watched a weird TV show that seemed to be another Quibi, but repackaged as a Roku original. That was oddly super great. I mean, maybe the fact that it went by pretty quick. They are just like short 6-minute episodes, and there's only like 10 of them. But this show that I watched on the old Roku for free was called Agua Donkeys. Maybe the show is called Aqua Donkeys, and the business and the show is called Agua Donkeys. But I think the show might be called Agua as well. But it's basically like these pool cleaner guys that work at a pool cleaning place, and they're just weirdos. It's got a very much a Foo Bars or Napoleon Dynamite type of feel, except like I said, it goes by quick, so you don't get sick of them that quickly, and you don't really have an urge to go watch it 7 more times, or slash the internet isn't inundating you with Napoleon Dynamite, so you don't hate him after a little while. But yeah, so it's just one of those just awkward, even kind of Arrested Development-y type things where it's just like how are these guys even existing? This is crazy. Um, but most of the stuff that they come up with, I think, is just super hilarious, awkwardly hilarious fun. I don't recognize anybody in the show from anything. I believe the reason I clicked on it was because I thought that one of the guys was Bill Hader, I think, and I was like, nope, this isn't Bill Hader. But yeah, like I said, I was like, I just go on my Roku and go to my Roku channel, and it's there as Roku Originals. So I don't know where else it might be. I mean, still on Quibi, I'm sure. But a lot of those Quibi shows, as far as I know, like they just went all over the place. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's not also a Netflix original. Just repackaged again and again. So that was the good side. That was the upside. Drawing stuff. And then just, posting it on Instagram. So, as I often do, just scrolling through Instagram. And one of the things that I ended up following was, I can't remember the exact name, but it's just like pinup poses or pinup people. But it's just like people who do like pinup style photo shoots, and whoever this is just an aggregate that puts a bunch of them in the same place. But but they actually give credit to the photographer and the people in the picture. So I'm like, all right, I'll get stuff from here so that if I do draw something half decent, I can still give credit to where I got the picture from, even though it's basically just a sketchbook sketch, so I don't actually have to give anybody any kind of credit. These pictures don't usually look like anybody. Sometimes they kind of do, so I'm like, oh, I should give some credit because I am kind of stealing somebody's identity. But overall, I'm just drawing stuff that I see. And I drew this one person, and I was like, it doesn't even look out like them. But, well, I still have the link, so I'll just tag them anyway, the same as the place where I got the photo from tagged them. So I will just also tag them. Shouldn't be any issues whatsoever. Yeah, it shouldn't be. That's the big old bag of shoulds you're always carried around. But always ends up being a whole pile of, but did you think though? And yeah, no, I guess I didn't think, cause I know that I'm right. Uh, I'm a monster. But yeah, so I post the drawing on my Instagram. I tag the person, and 99% of the time, if I draw somebody from the internet, a celebrity, anybody who is taggable, and I tag them, they never, ever, ever notice. Like, 1 in 100 notice. Even when I specifically message people who I have had contact with before and say, hey, I need some important information. Remember how we used to be good friends and work together all the time? Can you tell me, should I cut this person out of my life completely because it turns out they're horrible? Or are you going to also cover for them and their new life? And then they just don't write back. And it's just like, all right, cool. Cool. I guess I'll never be able to corroborate this. It'll just be one of those things that break my brain forever. So tag it. Keep on drawing other things. Don't think about it. Don't talk about it. Hey, just shut your mouth. And then I get a DM. Ding. And I don't see the DM, but that little indicator says somebody's requesting the ability to send you a direct message. And most of the time, those are just people saying, hey, you should give us money in exchange for likes. Or, hey, we've started some sort of pornography thing. Come join our group so that we can get your banking info and trick you out of everything that you own, I guess. Some of those I don't get why they exist, but whatever. These weird, like, hey, join this group chat of weird random people that are obviously easily tricked into things. And you can tell just by their name and their avatar. Hmm. What did I just do? There we go. So I open up the DM, and instead of it saying, like most of them do, oh wow, thanks, I'm flattered that out of the bajillion pictures on the internet, you chose mine to do a doodle of. And you also gave me credit, like people don't normally do that. Thank you. And I'm like, oh, no problem at all. Just doodling. Doesn't mean anything. Just basically it's just practice. And if it, like I said, if it looks okay, I'll put it on the internet because you gotta post things on the internet, or you'll die. But instead, it started with, oh, like, I'm very flattered that you chose to draw me or whatever, but you don't actually follow me, and I'm a real person. So perhaps next time you should get consent. You know, you need to ask permission before you do things like that. And I'm just like, I'm gonna say one, you know, slightly like just put off balance. Like, what? 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 Like, take me to court. I would love to see what happens in court of this. Cause no, I don't. No, I don't. I just did a doodle of a thing. Doesn't matter. You're the one who shares pictures on the internet for everyone. And second of all, I didn't even take it from your account. Somebody else was already sharing your pictures. Therefore, you have to be okay with your pictures being shared, or else why isn't all your stuff secret and private? So, um, instead of writing back, yeah, no, I'm sorry, that's not how it works. I get to draw whatever I want. I didn't make fun of you. I didn't do anything disparaging. It has virtually nothing to do with you other than, you know, partially I kind of thought I might have been giving credit to the photographer and not you, but I guess it was you. Didn't really look too hard into it. So I just wrote back like, oh, gee, like, super sorry. I genuinely just scroll through the internet and then just do sketches in my sketchbook. And if they're good enough, sometimes I post them. And if I remember where I got it from, then I try to give credit to where I got the picture from. That's all. The end. Nothing unsavory has happened here. It's a sketch. I was like, but, you know, I was like, no, it's no problem. Like, I'll just take it down. No problem at all. And she was like, oh, no, like that, it's fine. Like, you can leave it up. But just so you know, like, next time, you've got to, you know, make sure you ask before you do something like that. And it was just like, until that part, I was just like, well, now I'm completely enraged right now. Because one, I'm right. Two, I didn't do anything wrong. Three, this is a Looney Tunes cartoon. This is a Looney Tunes cartoon. This is a Looney Tunes cartoon. This is kind of like a Looney Tunes cartoon. But this is, I'm talking real life without imaginary characters. But still, so both things, they're basically the same. And I'm frozen again. And I swear, oh my god, if that keeps happening, I'm just gonna keep talking through the freezing, and I don't care. Just like a Skype call, just keep going. Just keep going. Exactly, because everything is a Looney Tunes cartoon. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how hard you try to be reasonable or unreasonable. There's still always going to be a Bugs Bunny or a Daffy Duck that's just like, hey, I'm here to wreak havoc. Why? Because I don't know any better, or because I do. And it's just like Heath Ledger Joker, like I just thrive on the madness of things. And making people feel confused and weird. So, by Looney Tunes, of course, if you're not 90 like me, you don't remember that there was a Looney Tunes cartoon, I'm sure they've redone it 16 times by now, where I want to say Porky Pig was by a lake, and he's going to do some painting. And he starts painting one thing, and Bugs Bunny comes up and is just like, whoa, hey, like, you can't paint that. Maybe it's Daffy. Actually, I think it might be Daffy, and he's like in the lake, and he's like, whoa. You can't paint me. Like, I didn't give you permission for that. And he wipes himself out of that painting, like, all right, fine, I'm just going to paint the scenery. And it's like, whoa, this is my lake. You can't paint this lake. Like, all right, fine, I'll turn over here. I'll paint these mountains. Daffy Duck goes, puts on a big old beard and a hat of some kind. He comes in and he's like, oh, I'm the old man of the mountains. You can't be painting my mountains. Wipes those out. And just until he's just got nothing. Like, no matter what he tries to paint, somebody keeps coming along saying, you have no right to paint that. That's mine. And I'm sure back in the day, back in the 50s or whatever, when it was created, when they sat around the table writing it and being drunk, I'm sure, it was because somebody was just like, whoa, you can't go drawing, that building. That's my building. And you're making me look stupid. And then it became a thing. So I was just like, just irritated by it. And I also kind of in my head assumed like, well, if I saw it, then you're probably not just like a low level Instagrammer like me. You're definitely not on my level. I assumed I was drawing somebody bigger, because then of course you wouldn't care. Like I don't need people to share or tag me. I'm already huge. But if you're trying to be something, then yeah, you want somebody to start tagging you with things. God knows I'm constantly begging people to share and tag my stuff. And when I do it, I get stabbed in the face for it. I don't want to be that annoying person that's constantly just like, please, please. Because, I mean, it seems to work on TikTok. I get so many of those of just, oh, nobody likes me, and I'm so sad that I just need more followers. I only have so many, but I just need some more. Like, let's blow up this post, you guys. Oh, I'm having a rough day. And then I look and it's just like, you've already got 60,000 followers. You're doing fine. Oh my God. I got 1 view on 2 videos. 1. I don't even know how that's possible. Like, that's not even possible? Because it just gives you the videos. Then it's like, all right, TikTok has just decided I don't get shown to anybody because 1 view isn't possible. And then same deal on my reels. Like, I'm not posting anything offensive or upsetting or weird, but still have these days where it's just like, hey, yeah, that thing you posted, even after weeks, 1 view. Like, not physically possible. What are you telling me? Like, that's an attack, right? Like, that's somehow I'm being blocked completely. So, there's lots of videos and people talking about stuff like that anyway, with the shadow banning and et cetera, and nothing makes sense to me. It was like, just whatever, like, really wanted to, like, take the drawing down. Because it's just like, well, now I feel weird about it. Because now I don't want you to have, a tag in this. I don't want people to be like, hey, I like this picture. I'm going to go check out this person. Because if you do follow her, there's a slight chance she could get mad at you for just being a follower. Oh, what do you think this is? You're just going to follow me? This is my life. This is my life over here that I'm just putting out publicly. And also clearly getting professionally shot photos with photographers. So, again, I just feel insane. I feel insane. And how much is on this layer? Of course. I mean, to as I normally do, come up with a nonsense metaphor that puts it in its place. It's like if I grabbed a box of cereal and there was like a picture of a family. Hey, we're a happy family enjoying part of a complete breakfast, which doesn't actually include cereal. But we're a happy family. We're having cereal, and I'm sitting there doodling while I'm eating cereal. Now, I don't eat or like cereal, but for the purposes of this, let's pretend that I enjoy having cereal in the morning with milk. I don't like drinking milk anymore. Oh, thought of it disgusts me. But I do miss milk. I loved it. Oh, but so gross. But I miss it. And I've got some paper and a pencil on the table next to my bowl, and I'm looking at that family, and I feel like, here's a quick little doodle. Here's a quick little doodle of the cereal daddle. And I draw it. I post it. Maybe it doesn't even look like him. Doesn't even matter. And then getting a message, from wherever of, hey, excuse me, I don't know if you realize, but I'm actually the person who plays the dad in that fake family on that cereal box. And you didn't seek me out and figure out who I was and how to contact me and ask me if you could do a little doodle on your little piece of paper while you're sitting in your kitchen eating cereal. You little piece of shit. You didn't ask anybody. You just thought you could just do a little doodle and put it on the internet of a random person's face? Huh? Well, no. No, you can't. Meanwhile, I was watching some stuff about Iron Man the movie 2. On the old caravan of garbage that I mention every once in a while, because man oh man, Australian accents are the best, and I could just listen to it forever. Forever. And they were talking about how at a certain point in Marvel Comics, they started drawing Nick Fury 100% clearly based on Samuel L. Jackson with an eye patch. It's obviously Samuel L. Jackson, and I do have those books, or I had them at least, and I was just like, this is crazy. This is clearly Samuel L. Jackson. Can they do that? Can they just draw Samuel L. Jackson in their book and not tell him about it? Because that sounds awesome, he says while he draws a crappy version of Joe Pesci that he traced. And in that book, The Ultimates, there's a point where they're all sitting around talking about, hey, if we were a movie, who would play you? And they make fun of Bruce Banner because they're like, oh, obviously he'd be Rick Moranis. Like, but don't tell him. He doesn't know that he's a complete loser. And then the Hulk is played by all of the hunks of the world. But then they were like, and what about you, Nick Fury? And he's sitting back and he's just like, obviously I'd be played by the wonderful Samuel L. Jackson. And they're just like, oh, obviously. But then it is just like, wait, so you're not a character being played by Samuel L. Jackson in this world? Like, I thought this was a thing. I thought, something would eventually come out where they'd be like, oh, isn't this cool? We asked Samuel L. Jackson to be in our book, and he said, yeah, sure, why not? I don't have to show up and act for it, and I'm still going to get paid. They just completely stole his likeness and put it in there. And within the video that I was watching, because I never looked it up before, I mean, this is years and years ago. But Samuel L. Jackson was like, yeah, I'm already like I was already in the Marvel universe because I was reading a comic book, and I get to a page and I'm just like, that's me. That's me. Nobody told me about this. That's just me in that book. And, then eventually, of course, turned into him actually being in the movie, and everyone wins. Am I still talking about the same thing? Yeah. Yeah, so I guess my point with that is, you've only got 800 followers. You're not Samuel L. Jackson. So, I want to say I win, but, technically, we still both win, because, I didn't fight anybody. I just said, yep, whatever. This doesn't actually affect me. Doesn't actually affect you. I'm not going to be one of those Facebook people that are just like, well then, I guess I'll be spending the next 3 days defending and or attacking these comments when I could just go live my life instead. So I did. and I drew some more pictures. One, I think it was before that. This is one of the TikToks that only got very few views, and the one comment was, "But why?" Now, I could definitely see you putting "but why" and the weird David Bowie things, or the weird stop-motion Jason Voorhees bouncing his boobs. But this was just the process of rough drawing, inks, some color, more color, texture, and bang, there's the finished thing. And it just so happened I just would take 4 seconds of video every so often, and then it cut pretty well with, "Hey shorty, it's your birthday. We're gonna party like it's your birthday, drink Bacardi like it's your birthday, and we don't give a fun because it's your birthday." And it happened to be the Candy Pinup, is her name on Instagram, her birthday on the weekend. And I've stolen a bunch of her Instagram photos and repurposed them to draw other things in the world. And she's always happy when I tag her or use her images. And also, she has spent more money on my art than anybody ever. So in the background of a lot of her pictures, there's like one of the biggest paintings I've ever done, sold at the first and only art show I've ever done or been to, and it was her boyfriend, and so they did that, and then she commissioned me to do a thing for him, and then back and forth, etc. So I'm just like, yeah, well, whenever I do use it, it was like, you can just straight up have it. If you're in town, just let me know. I'll put however many of them I can find in an envelope, and you can take it with you back to wherever you live. Because in some cases, I've already scanned it to turn into maybe a book of some kind later, or it's just a sketch and I don't care to keep it forever. And if people enjoy having it, then I would rather they have it. So, that's a little episode of drawing pictures on the internet. Feel like I almost segued into another note while I was flipping out, and then I lost the segue. Ogwoodnockies. Permission. Yeah, it's just a list of things to get upset by. You got a bad one, don't you? You try to decide between a really harsh thing that you don't want to talk about and stuff that's just like dumb that you just want to yell about. Yeah. Do I get the terrible thing out of the way? Because there's still more terrible things. That's Ripley. Hey Ripley, what do you think? Let's leave it up to Ripley. Hey guys, can I weigh in? I have ideas and stuff, and maybe I even know what you guys are talking about. You know, Ted, I don't even know what we're talking about. I'm just speculating and saying random things because I didn't say anything in a little while. And I'm effing frozen again. Oh my god. I hope Pat's using SWS works better. And that'll be a fun little experiment that we'll do later on. Back to you. Back to me. So, alright, just innocuous annoyances by Curtis. This is from like a week or two ago, when I can't remember what it was, but it was just like, you know, one of those days or one of those weeks where I'm just like, everything sucks. Everything sucks. Everything's too hard. Oh my god, I just want to be left alone. Everything is just there's too much of everything. And I gotta get outside, I gotta go do something, but that's where all the people are, and I don't want to talk to or look at them, but I do want to cheer myself up, and I do want to do that by buying a thing. and I at the time was like, oh, I do need a thing, and I've already picked out the thing. I did some measurements and figured out the only end table that would fit next to my bed because of the way the bedroom is shaped is this one that was at Walmart, and I'm like, well, it's not the one that I wanted, but it perfectly fits in the space, and now that I know that these are the dimensions, then it's too perfect, and I do want it, and it's cheaper than the one that I was gonna get. That was gonna be too big. Excuse me, from a store that isn't Walmart. So I go to Walmart. I found the little end table. Put it in my cart. Like, all right, cool, small enough, light enough. I can do all of this on my own. I don't need somebody to bring it from the back or whatever. And oh, a new vet. It's been a while since I got a new vacuum. Still think my vacuum's pretty good though. Um, so I'm sure what I did first was go to the toy aisle and see if there's new He-Man action figures, and there just never is. There just never is. It's always the same 2 or 3. If there is new ones, some scalpers come in right away, get all the good ones, and then take them off to sell them for $1 billion on eBay. And it's just not fair. So I grabbed that and something else. I think I went down to electronics and I got a little light for like stop motion stuff. And I think that was about it. Uh, oh no, I grabbed some food. I think I grabbed like a few different things of like some junk food and real food, and because I know I was at the checkout for more time than I wanted to, so I got to the self checkout because um, one, it's an option. And also the other reason of going to Walmart was like there is the self checkout. So like, well, this is perfect. I can go, I can get the thing that I want, and then I'll feel better, and then I'll have a thing to do. I'll go home, put together the little end table, the little cabinet, and feel like I completed something, and I'll feel good about my day. But not until later. While I'm at Walmart, no. I'm just inside my mask, with my sunglasses still on, hoping nobody can tell that I am on the verge of tears right now. I just can't, like, there's too many people still everywhere, and I'm just, like, trying not to hyperventilate in here, and I can't wait to get back outside. But I do know that there's self-checkout, and there's zero reason for anybody to talk to me. You know, still, still late pandemic times, and self-checkout. I don't see anybody I know. I'm just gonna go up to the thing, scan it through, and I'll be gone. And I'll be gone. Again, self-checkout, that's the deal. All right? If you want to check me out, then pick up my stuff, check it out, and I'll be on my way. But if I've walked up to a self-checkout until I say, somebody please come help me, this robot is giving me trouble, leave me alone. That's just the deal. I'm myself checking myself out, all right? And if we don't want to have this, then get rid of it. I'm fine. I'm fine with having one or the other, but we gotta obey some rules over here. So I'm self-checking out, do, having no problems whatsoever. And dude, in a Walmart vest, those Walmart tags, and some Walmart clipboard of some kind comes over to me and is like, hey, do you want to save money? You want to save money on this stuff before you even finish checking out? You could save a lot of money on this stuff. But I'm going to explode right now. I'm trying to get out of here as fast as possible. I don't want to do paperwork. I don't even want to be checking myself out. I don't want to do any of this stuff. But in order for me to get through the certain steps to have a certain kind of good day, feeling productive, I need to get out of here without failing at something. And right now, you're presenting a situation that I can fail at, and even if I don't fail at it, I will fail at it. Why? Because there's a few different roads to fail at right here. First one being, if I give in to whatever it is you're trying to do, then I fail at my own personal, mandate that is, don't go signing up for stuff, because it's never just, hey, here's a quick deal. Do you want to save $20? It's not like a credit card or anything. It's not a... Yes, it is. It always is. Leave me alone. Like, yeah, you want to save some money. Like, you got this stuff. Like, it's literally whatever it was. I think he said, like, it's going to be $20 off. Like, you're getting $20 off. Like, yep, no, I'm fine. And, like, in the fewest words I could come up, just, yep, I'm good, thanks. It was like, what? What do you mean? Like, but you don't want to save money? Like, but you could save money. Like, no, it's cool. Fine. This is how much money I expected to save today. I'm actually already saving money because I was going to get a $90 thing, but now I'm getting a $50 thing. So I'm actually saving like so much money right now. But I'm not going to explain it to you because I'm at work. I'm at work right now for the next 4 minutes as a cashier. So please let me get my job done. And if you want to talk to people, you do that in the break room is what I should have said. Sorry, employees can't just go chatting it up by the registers. We're trying to get people rung through here, and I'm trying to get a person rung through here, and it's me, and please leave me alone. But I don't say stuff like that to people in public 90% of the time. Just like, no, all good, no, thanks, good. No, but it's like, but you could save money, like you'll save $20 now, and then also you'll get another gift card, like in the mail or whatever, for another like $30, huh? So I mean, like, the savings, and like, it's basically free money. Like, you don't want free money, and like, kind of, doing that thing like, like, what do you mean you don't want free money? Guys, like this guy over here, he doesn't want free money. What kind of crazy person doesn't want free money? Like, somebody who already knows how much they were spending, somebody who is doing as much as they can not to have extra interactions with people today, and to just get home and only text with the people that I do want to talk to. Isn't that what everybody's doing around here, right? If you want to hear me say stuff, follow me. I'll have to remember to print out a bunch of business cards and postcards for this thing eventually, and just start being like, here you go. No, nope, here you go. If you would like to talk to me, there's something you need to know. And that thing is, I do all my talking on Tuesdays on the internet. And that's where you can find me. And if you can find a way to wedge yourself in there and become friends of mine, then great, we'll be friends. But until then, I am working at Walmart for the next 4 minutes, and I don't want to have this job. And as soon as I finish this job, I don't have this job anymore, and I'm going to leave. Then I'm probably going to get some fast food. Am I going to regret that too? Yes. But it's going to make me all feel good in some sort of weird, good-feeling pyramid that will end with me having an end table. Put my lamp on it. Turn the lamp on. Yay. Project complete. And just get away from me. And it was still, like, the whole interaction was still less than a minute or two, but it was just like, no thank you, go away now. And to be 100% honest, like 1000% honest, oh, you should do that. Every time you say that, you say something that you shouldn't say, so you probably shouldn't say it. Too late. What I wanted to say, what I wanted to scream was, this is what women are talking about. This is what it is. No means no, always, for everybody. Just get out of... If somebody says no thank you, no matter what it's for, even if your reasons are so much better than theirs, you just say, okay, and you walk away. All right? Hey, excuse me. I don't want you drawing pictures of me, or at least when you do, please ask permission. Okay. Thank you. Have a great day. No need for discussion, actually. We could both just go enjoy our day, and that's what I did, and I'll save it for Tuesdays where I get irate. So you don't really let things go. You know, you still hold on to them for 7 days at the most. All right. Well, the Walmart thing is probably 14 days old, but still. Um. But yeah, just like no, but really, but why then? Like, why don't you want to save money? Like because you can't see how much my mouth is just going into convulsions behind this mask right now. You can't see that my eyes are starting to well up in tears because I don't have an explanation other than I'd like to go home now. I work really hard so that I don't have to sign up for random nonsense that's going to cost me money later. I know this is a scam. You know this is a scam. Just don't. Just don't. All right? How about you just don't? Because now I'm going to take half of my drawing time on my live streaming to be angry about this, and it shouldn't be. It's just somebody decided to offer to save me money, and they weren't a delightful little gecko at all. How dare they? Oh my god, I had no idea they weren't a gecko. It was such a person? Like a regular person just being like, excuse me, would you like to save money? And they weren't an adorable animal? Oh my god, no wonder you needed to get back here. Exactly. I have to get back to the sanctuary where, you know, I can talk to my imaginary animal friends, and that's not psychotic at all. Ripley? Where are you? Ah, that's what I did wrong. See? Ripley gets it. Ripley gets it. Kid did the same thing to me. Wouldn't take no for an answer. I don't have good credit. You're not going to give me a card. He ended up having to check all my stuff, and he didn't get the sale. No means no next time. I'm going to say that. And I really do, that is the real answer, is just be like, no means no. Like, no just means no. No means no. Don't make me Karen on you. Don't make me Karen all over you, alright? Because, my name means courteousness and caring, alright? So I just, somewhere inside of me, I'm already pre-wired to just be like, just gonna be nice and courteous about this. Built into me. And I'm also gonna care and then feel bad that I didn't sign up for your stupid thing so that you can't feed your family with your dumb sale of whatever this was. And again, just the fact that you're not like, hey, it's just this thing, or, you know, it's just one of these credit scams. Like, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Alright? You want to do add-ons, you do that over at the counter, and you put up a sign or something, be forewarned. This cashier is also going to try and sell you something, even though they do not get paid extra to do such a thing, and they hate it, and we should be better to our employees. But we don't live in that kind of world. That's not the world we live in. Hey, yo, busy. Na 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 na. Infuriated, but mostly infuriated at the fact that I didn't think until just right now that I should have said, excuse me, I'm at work right now. Technically, I don't know this system, so I'm also kind of in training. So, I mean, please bear with me. We're doing our best. I'm a new employee. It's a pandemic. I've never worked retail before. So just give me a second, guy. Give me a second. Meanwhile, over in not so innocuous news, I feel like I'm going to say this wrong, i.e., there's two parts of this, and I'm like, well, this is bad, well, this is really bad, but they're both just really bad. They're just both really dumb, actually. They're just both societally really dumb. So one, hey, Bill Cosby, remember how you did just a plethora of horrible things to 70 women? Over 70 or whatever it was? Anything over one is too many. But, you not only did you do this to all these people, but you at the same time endeared yourself to most of the world, to at least America, North and Middle, maybe South America. I don't know. Um, whilst meanwhile just being an awful person. But the court was like, "Hey, this is not cool. This is the least coolest thing you've ever done. And you're Bill Cosby. You're really not actually that cool. You were just funny to people for a while, and eventually they realized, hey, he's just making baby noises. He's not actually funny. Let's stop laughing at him." Um, but then I read today, Jen Kirkman posted, the comedian Jen Kirkman. She's often pointing out how, hey, Hollywood and the comedy scene is kind of cool and okay with rapists and misogynists and monsters. And they shouldn't be, and it's not cool. It's just super not cool. And I already told everybody this would happen, but I was right, and it's happening. And what she was right about was, Bill Cosby is just barely out or out for doing those things many years before he was supposed to. He was supposed to die in there. That was the deal we had. And so it's just like, no, it's cool. It's cool. It was, guys, have you not seen the news in the last 5 years? If it's something terrible against a woman or a non-white man, then you don't have to do the whole sentence. It's fine. Were you rich before you? We'll figure something out. Oh my God, rich guy. No, 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 no. You have all the money in the world, so you can do stuff with girls. Oh, Gwen Stefani rolling in her grave. So yeah, not only is he saying like, hey, I want to get back on the comedy circuit and start doing some comedy. From the stories I've heard about Bill Cosby, people interacting with him in the last so many years before they knew the horrific stuff was, what's wrong with him? He's out of his mind. People shouldn't be bringing him out and putting him on stages. He doesn't know what's going on anymore, and I think he might be a horrible person. But yeah, he's all like, I want to do comedy. And the comedy club bookers slash comedy clubs are like, all right, let's get you in here. Let's make these arrangements. Instead of, no, you're offensive to the world now, and why would we ever? Why would we ever? I mean, but realistically, people would show up for that. Like, if and when every time they put like the Jeffrey Dahmers and the I don't know the names of serial killers, but every time a serial killer is just like, let's do an interview with them. Woo! We're all watching that, right? Everybody's watching that. I'm just like, am I the only person? Am I the only person that's not watching to see what's up with this serial killer? Like, nope, we gotta see. What's he gonna say now? What's he gonna do? And people are definitely gonna be like, oh my God, like, what is Bill Cosby gonna talk about? When somebody inevitably does show up or heckle, they purposely came there just to yell, this isn't right. You don't belong here. You're a monster. What's he going to say to that? Or is it just going to be moneyed away with, I can pay the bouncers so I can still be as terrible as I want, and they will usher away people who, know full well that I'm a complete monster. Oh, I forgot what I was doing over here. And again, there's 1,000 of the memes, little posters and posts that are just like, are you kidding me? A judge won't let Britney start being her own person still. But Bill Cosby can just be like, do 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 do, do 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 do. Christian Bale isn't even gonna yell at me. Do 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 do. I'll just knock over the lights and touch the microphone. Do 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 do. In the background, in the foreground, no less. And then Britney's just like, I've traveled the world, I've made all the money, I have all the fans, people respect and love me, I've taken care of myself. When I did go crazy that time, it was because everything was so specific that it's just like, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. Like, fine. Well, what are you gonna do with my hair if I shave it off? Like, now can I be free for a minute? And no. Daddy wants another boat, so go do another show. But as we point out every week, the legal system, north and south of the border, doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense at all. All right, what else we got going on here? On YouTube, on Rory Scoville's official YouTube page, his new comedy special, Live Without Fear or Live Without Fear. It's awesome. It's awesome. Rory specials are always the best. I watched that over the weekend. It's also just kind of a documentary about doing 5 shows, I believe it was. And he was just like, I'm not gonna write them. I'm just gonna improvise the whole show. He's like, my funnest times doing stand up are the parts where I'm just stuff is happening in the moment, and I go with that, and it's not the written jokes. I'm just like, well, what if I just do an experiment and just not write the jokes, not write anything, and I just go up there and I just have a good time. And part of it's also about like the theater that it's in, how that guy ended up getting that theater because it's super not legal / making it legal, and just pretty interesting. And just Rory a bit behind the scenes of like what he thought of the night before, what he thinks he might do the next night. And why am I putting my hands in my pockets? The other one's giving a high five. Hmm. Yeah, so good, so good, so crazy, like a super crazy show. All of them, but each and every show, it just shows a little bits and pieces and stuff. But yeah, cannot recommend it enough, and it's super free on YouTube. And the other thing I started to watch, but it was kind of one of those things where I'm just like, this is great, this is genius. I wish I'd thought of this idea. But also, I don't know if I can sit down and watch this. It's too intense. It's a little bit intense. And I wasn't even sure like why I clicked on it to begin with. I think that I just thought it was like a short little like skit and not a full on like hour and a half, TV special. But it's an AMC show, and same deal on YouTube, on the AMC YouTube channel. Like, here's the first episode. Yeah, I can't remember how long it is, but I feel like it's like 2 parts, maybe joined into one, but it's like an hour-long thing. But I started to watch this and I'm just like, what am I watching right now? This is stupid. And then when I went to turn it off, I saw like a head, in the little viewfinder thing at the bottom of like, here's what the other scenes look like. I'm just like, those don't look like these scenes. I think I might have to check this out. So the show is called Kevin Can Go F Himself. I believe a bit of a play on Kevin Can Wait / all of those sitcoms where it's just like, hey, here's a bunch of crappy dudes, and then the women dealing with them, and it's just like everything seems like it has no effect on anybody's lives, when really, usually the woman in the sitcom ends up taking care of the whole situation, etc., etc. And in this one, it's 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 very weird. It's over exaggerated, but it's just like it starts off with like very classic awful sitcom style, where it's just like, hey, like I'm the wacky husband. It's like I'm the wacky brother-in-law who lives next door, and everybody loves Raymond as well. Like, hey, and I'm the dad, and I'm also always here, and I'm the sister. I live next door, and we're all a bunch of unlive-withable characters, and we're very over the top. We're playing beer pong. We're practicing for the big party, and this and that. And then she comes in, like the wife, and they're just like, oh, by the way, honey, don't forget, like, the boss is also gonna come to the party, so, like, you're gonna have to take care of that, because, like, you're the lady, because I want to get drunk with my friends. And, there's the audience is laughing, and it's just, very bright. But then when she goes off, when she's by herself, or / with any other characters besides those main male characters, it turns to, like, real. It becomes, like, United States of Terror, or Breaking Bad, where it's just like everything just looks real, everything looks harsh, and it's just like clearly her, like, just, oh, how do I deal with my life? And she's going out doing the shopping, and it's just kind of like the sad, horrible side of a sitcom. And it's just like it's really well done, it's really amazing, everybody in it's doing a great job. But yeah, like I said, after like, I don't know, I'm like halfway into it, and I was just like, I don't know where this is gonna go. It's not a movie, so I know like this is the beginning, and I don't want to get broken batted. And then I'm like, oh, now I have to find out like how is she gonna kill these people, or how is she gonna escape from these murders? And then it's gonna be like the sitcom version or whatever. Like I assume she's gonna kill him. I don't know. Eventually, at least. Um, or it is just like the sad, horrible true life of what happens to a sitcom woman on the other side of the sitcom seeds that you don't see. But yeah, ingenious and amazing. I didn't look to see who was making it. It was like a Vince Gilligan or one of those guys. But yeah, super clever. But, I gotta stop watching this. I'm so depressed now and sad for this poor lady. Drawn pictures. Watching progress bar save. Alright. Now. That's enough fun TV time. Oh, back to horrible things to be angry about.com? Alright, what's next? What upset you today that didn't matter or shouldn't have taken all of your time? Good segue. Um, so wanted to make an appointment at the bank just to do some adjusting to some like bank account stuff, ask some banking questions because they have like, hey, come on into the bank. We have these banking professionals, whatever they're called, and just make an appointment. It's that easy. You need to talk to any one of them wherever. Of course, that's the thing because we have all your money and we're spending it on making more money. So why wouldn't we have somebody here to talk to you about that? Because that's an insane thing. So I thought I convinced myself that I can just go sign into my online banking and somewhere in there to be like, click here for the day you want, and then, you know, just set up an appointment with just clicks. And just like the other place, I don't have to talk to anybody. The last thing I want to do is pick up the phone and go, excuse me, may I please have an appointment? I know you don't want me there, and I don't want to be there, but please, I know there's no appointments left in the world, but can I have one someday, please? And thank you. I don't want to do that. So, couldn't make the appointment online like I thought. So I Googled the bank. It seemed like it looked like I was calling the bank that is just down the street. It's like a 4-minute walk away. But then it's all like beep boop bop. Hey, I'm a robot. What number would you like to press for 1? And what number would you like to press for French? And what number would you like to press for the thing that you're looking for? Like, I just want to make an appointment. I just want to make an appointment. All right, well, you know, you can do this on here and you can do that on there. Like, yep, the things I want to do, I can't do on here. I need to sit down with a banking person, and I definitely can't do it over the phone, because that's a crazy thing for people to do. So, I don't know, part of me expected them to be like, all right, cool. So for this branch, yeah, here's your appointment. We don't need any information. You'll tell them when you get there, because everybody just keeps asking the same questions over and over again anyway. So just give me a bank appointment. This isn't the bank appointment, phone person. Just give me the appointment and let's be done with it. Like, oh, hello. This is my name. And who am I speaking to today? Oh, hey, name I've already forgotten. My name is Curtis. I just want to make an appointment to hang out with a banking representative at the bank. Is this going to be as easy as you telling me what day and time my appointment is? Because I'm pretty sure that's all we need to do here. All right, then, let me just get your card information. Okay, here's my card information. Here's my name. Here's the number from the back. Here's my visa dates. Here's this other thing. Can I ask you the name of your first pet? Like, okay. Just want to make an appointment. All right, can you just hold for a minute? I got to go look through 9 things and talk to 6 people, and then I'll get back to you with your appointment. Like, yeah, of course. Of course. It's just an appointment. You should just be clicking off a box with a date and a time and putting my name into it, and then we're done. That's all that there should be here. And then she goes back and asks a bunch more questions. Oh, well, so so this is your home branch? Like, yep, technically that's my home branch, but I don't live in that province anymore. And when I go to this bank, I would like to change it to my new home branch. I thought I already did that, but I guess I didn't. So that's one of the things. But regardless, I don't want to tell you any of the things that I'm doing. I would like to do that at the bank. You're not going to help me with this. You're just here to make an appointment for me. I'm just here to get an appointment from you. So, appointment? Now, of course, I didn't say any of that stuff. I just sat there going, yep, no problem. Yep, it's all good. Okay, yep, no problem. Yep, here's this information. Let me answer 9 more questions. Yet, no, not that bank. Like I said at the beginning, I would like an appointment for the bank in Truro. Here's the address. Why did you just go ahead and just make up a bunch of other stuff? I already told you what we're doing. Don't bother reading the information that you have when I've given you the information pertinent to the situation. So I have no idea how long it took. I have no idea. But here's what I thought the entire time, and I couldn't stop thinking it over and over again while I was on hold, while I was answering questions, while I was wondering, am I ever going to actually get an appointment here? Because I am super tempted to just hang up and walk down to the bank. Because the amount of time it took to make this appointment, I promise, I know for a fact that I could have gotten up out of my chair, walked to the bank, went through the COVID line, got to somebody and said, I'm just here to make an appointment with one of your representatives whenever they are available. They would have given me a terrible appointment, and I would have been on my way and back home before I would have finished making the phone appointment. It's just forever it took, and the bank is so close, and the fact is just like, why are you trying to make this more difficult? Why? Like, so tempted to just be like, who cares? Who cares? And what about this thing? Who cares? Who cares? Just have an appointment, please. And this thing doesn't matter to you, doesn't matter to me. How about an appointment? So then she's like, all right, let me just check out this branch, blibbity blobbity blue. And finally she's like, oh, well, it seems that 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 5 people at this branch are on vacation right now. They all took their vacation at the same time. Well, there's only, 6 or 7 people there total. So yeah, of course, everybody is going to take their vacation at the same time. So I was hoping to get the appointment for, I don't know, anytime this week. Anytime this week. Tomorrow, the next day, morning, afternoon, don't care. Don't even care. Whenever your next day is, I'll take it. I will straight up take it. To the limit. One more time. Well, yeah, so they're all on vacation, so there's slim pickings. Yeah, of course there is. Of course there is. It's only a giant corporation. How would they ever figure out that everybody can't go on vacation at the same time and still stay open without putting up a sign that says, P.S. everybody, no one's here. So then, yeah, eventually she's just like, anyway, here's your appointment for 2 weeks from now. Yep, that's all I got. While you were talking, I was checking to see if there isn't another branch of that bank in this town or the next town over, and there wasn't. So you got me. You got me. I'll wait. Thank you, and you have a good day too. And I genuinely hope that you have a good day. I don't hate this person. They weren't doing anything wrong. That's the system that they were given by this giant corporation who has all the money and should be able to figure out, hey, somebody's just making an appointment. Just make their appointment. Hoops doth not be jumpeth througheth. Just a fact. Just a fact. But the real fact is, I spent so much time on my hoops. If you don't jump through them, then why did I make all these hoops? Exactly. Why indeed? Why didn't you, just like me and that other lady earlier, just go live your life instead? You're the bank. You got all the money. Enjoy your life instead of just coming up with nonsense booby traps and plot holes. Can I make adjustments to my mortgage? Oh, yes, you can, of course. Anytime you want, as long as it's within the equinox of the sunrise on every 4th year. Good night, Space Goody. Oh, it's already 10 o'clock. That's the real meaning of being a grown-up is, hey, what did you do today? I jumped through a bunch of somebody's hoops. Like, why? 'Cause I'm an adult and I'm alive. And that's just what we do. The hoops are there, and sometimes I just want to be over on the other side of that hoop, and the only thing you could do is just jump through it for these people. Like, but does the hoop need to be there? It absolutely does. Excuse me, it super doesn't need to be there. But there it is. But there it is. You know, again, it's like video game rules do apply to the real world way too often, where we see it all the time, especially now, where it's just like, hey, you've got to go to college, you've got to have a family, you've got to do A, B, C, and D in order to be a complete person. And, you're growing up, and all through time, everybody's looking around like, oh, but what about these people over there? they didn't do this stuff. They didn't go to college, and they're like having, the best life, and they're they follow their dreams instead of following some weird set of rules. And the proof is just there. It's just there. But just like, those times, the 10% of the times when I do open my mouth and say, excuse me, this is ridiculous, by the way. Can we sidestep some of the nonsense? Because it's nonsense? Just tell me it's nonsense, and you know that. And every once in a while, I'll get a bank person that is like, oh my god, yeah, this is complete nonsense. Like, none of this makes any sense. Like, the only way you can get through with this is to have somebody like me who studied it and, was taught how it all works. Because anything other than that, it doesn't actually work. It's just a series of obstacles to keep you from finishing the game too quick. Insurance is the other place where I pull that nonsense out of my butt and go, excuse me, sir. Now that we've, reconciled and done all of the paperwork and made the agreements, etc., on this is what we'll be doing next year versus last year and whatnot. So anyway, you know how if something does happen to my car or whatever I have insured, and I come to you and you'll hopefully pay for some of that, and I've been giving you that emergency money for years and years and years and years, like, yep, give me some back. Just like if I smashed my car, you'll pay for the damages. I didn't smash my car. Give me some of that money so that I, can get some seat covers for my car or new windshield wipers for my car. Why don't you cover any of that? The stuff that I actually spend money on all the time. You're only there if, something bad happens. Where are you when something good happens, insurance? And then if nothing bad happens, yeah, you just kept my money. You just kept my money. Like, at the end of my life, I'll be like, oh, wait a second. Before I die on my deathbed, somebody get the insurance people on the line. Excuse me. Yeah. Still didn't get in any car accidents. I would like you to take whatever, the $50,000 that I've given you over the past few years and give it to this person. Like, all right, cool. Goodbye. Now I can die. Like, give me back my money. Give me back my money. But there isn't a cashback system. There isn't a rollover system for any of those things. Just, oh, do you want to buy a car? Drive a car? Sure. Well, then now you just have to make a payment that you will never get back. And, some of them do think it's funny. Ha, good one. It would be nice if we could just, if you just get your money back. Like, not only would it be nice, it would just make a little bit of sense. A little bit of sense, at least at the end of the year, or some sort of, anniversary date of, hey, by the way, instead of your insurance going down by 14 cents, here's $12,000 that you've given us. The same deal. Oh, well, this car's very old, so you have to pay more insurance because it's old. Oh, this car's very new, so you have to pay a lot of insurance because this car is very new. This car is so in between. You're gonna have to pay a lot of insurance. It's just so in between. It could do anything. Anything could happen with this car. So lots of insurance. We're gonna have to. Oh, here you go. Sign all these papers. Yeah, we'll just take it directly out of your account. Occasional We'll send you a letter that says we're taking more. Oh no, that's what the chat window's for. As long as you're not writing the N-word in the chat window, then you're following the rules. Saving progress bar. Progress bars of savingness. And that's all my notes except for one. And the last note is this week's TikTok news. I said haven't been taking too much notice of all the TikToks, but earlier, skimming through, and this lady was filming some workmen doing like some work in her backyard. They were pulling up the back deck, the back step. It was clearly old and rotting, and laying down new gravel, new ground for something. I don't know what. She did seem to mention something about possibly a hot tub. Excuse me. So maybe they were putting in a new deck and a new backyard for a hot tub. In her TikTok audio, she is explaining that these construction people that are in the backyard, she's like, they're at the wrong house. I don't know why they're here, but I'm not going to tell them. I'm not going to tell them that they're at the wrong house. And part of me was like, I hope this is fake, because, you know, there's a lot of people that are just doing horrible little skits where they're just pretending and making stuff up on TikTok and trying to act like it's real. But this one, it was a multi-part thing, and one of them was like, about how, oh, like, you guys who watched my TikToks saw the name of the truck, or saw the name on the back of the truck in my first video, so I took it down. But I guess some of you actually called the construction company on me to tell them, hey, your construction guys are in the wrong place, and this lady is TikToking and just watching to see what she gets. She's like, well, you know, this step is old. You know, I'd love some work done in the backyard. Let's see what happens. So like they were there for like 2 days before they stopped coming back, and then there was like 2 more videos where she was like, hey, here I am in the backyard. Like, they haven't come back for a day, but their tools are all still here. And there's just a stack of those big, you know, just industrial toolboxes. And it's just like, that's probably like thousands of dollars worth of gear. But she seemed to explain that the construction people did get in contact with her, and were just like, what are you doing? But at the same time, it's all I can think is just like, what are you doing? I see a lot of those, like, or at least, you know, a week ago, and I was like, all right, I think I'm done with TikTok. I was seeing just so many of those where it was just like, hey, what am I up to today? I'm just, filming my neighbor because they do blank. And one was just like, it was like, I started it today. I've only got TikToks where I'm just watching my neighbor day after day, and I've got all the followers and people watching this, and the neighbor isn't even doing anything. They're just still like, that's just what people do. They're just living next door to you. What's wrong with you? Stop creeping on people. Like, I fully have like a weird TikTok Twitch now where I'm just like, are people TikToking me? Am I being weird enough that people are TikToking on me? Don't be TikToking on me while I'm just trying to walk down the street or be a neighbor. Somebody recording me right now through the ceiling and TikToking me out there. This guy downstairs, our neighbor, he never stops talking for a few hours on Tuesday. And then he's silent for all week long. And we're the loud ones. But But yeah, that was the end of that. It was just there wasn't another update, and I'm like, I'm not going to check through any of this stuff. I'm not going to follow this person. I'm not even going to look at TikTok again today. Paint behind. The other one similar to that, as I add this last bit of gray and end tonight's streaming, is these guys, they're on their deck, on their back step, and they're just taking like containers of yogurt, whipping it at this house next door. They're taking just old food, whipping it at this house next door, just random things, and just chucking it as hard as they can at this house next door, exploding on the roof, exploding on the deck. And then I'm just like, what is even happening right now? They're just like, hey, this is awesome. And they're just kids, as near as I can tell. Like, they're, like 16, maybe at the most, 17. They're definitely not adults. And so I'm just watching this one video where I'm like, what is happening right now? And I'm looking at the comments, and people are like, why are you doing this? What's even happening? And then I can see in another video where they're like cleaning it up, and they're just like, oh, this smells bad. So I clicked on that, and it's just like they are kind of cleaning it up, and like, oh, I can't believe, we left this here for days. And I'm like, what? It was like, there's too much mystery to this for me now, and no explanation, because it's just, here's, 15 seconds, 1 minute of nonsense. Figure it out on your own. This is entertainment. And then there's a video of him just being like, TikTok took down my video of me throwing stuff at this house. Well, hey, TikTok, like, it's not criminal activity. I own that house. I own both of these houses. Now, whether or not they are his or they're his parents, I don't know. But TikTok put them back up, and he was over there. It's just like, those are both of his houses. And that's what you do when you have two houses. You go into one, and you start yourself a little war against the building that you own next door. And you throw your food, instead of eating your food and vegetables, you throw them at a building that you will also have to clean. TikTok stars. I don't know. I don't know anything. Anyway, I'm gonna add some text on this, probably tomorrow, maybe a little bit later. But basically is, Joe Pesci's all, I'm so angry that I'm like, have you tried like not looking at your phone? And then, I'm like, feel better? And Milo's like, yep. Can I have a Snickers? And then I'm like, we're a Mars bar family! Cause we are. We are. So at least I have those written down this time so I won't forget them. But yeah, it's almost 10:30. And it's been a long day of drawing and stuff. Sometimes it's fun to just not finish things. But yeah, no, I'll probably throw the words on this as soon as I end the stream. But I think that's everything. Like I said, anybody who's watching on YouTube later or now, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That would be greatly appreciated. It's free and just all the appreciation, and I love it. Thank you very much. Anybody who does just follow or subscribe on Twitch, also super appreciated. I love it, and that's great. And Facebook, hi occasionally Nikki and and Daryl and Amanda. Hey you three. That's about it. Facebook is a giant waste of time. And that's about it. MrCartoons.com. If you would like to see more comics, they're there in book form. I might have posted some or a link to them as well that are just, you can just look at them. And also, most of them are on my Instagram if you scroll through it, or go to the story highlight section that literally says daily comics. They're not daily comics. They haven't been for a long time, but that was the goal. And of course, there's other books, sexy dinosaurs, poetry books, merchandise, shirts with designs and Milos and whatnot on them, and all of that are linked through mrcartoons.com, and most of the links are also in the About section of the Twitch or Linktree. Are you done? It sounds like you're bored with your own nonsense and rhetoric. Because I know that I am. I mean, I'm not keeping the thunder by new fashionable hat. I don't care anymore. That's enough advertising for yourself. You barely mentioned me. So let's just wrap this thing up and watch some YouTube, then go to bed. It's a good idea. It's a good idea. Thanks everybody for hanging out. As per usual, that's my favorite part. This really is just a way for me to hang out with CTK, Pat, Space Goonie, and Avocado Shakes, and everybody else. I appreciate your existence and your views and whatnot, but mostly it's just my way of hanging out with those guys. I think that's it. Looking at my buttons here, I never added anything new. I'm still here, bros. I'd like to thank you guys. I'd like to thank the Academy of Film and Awards and whatnot, and Oscar. I'd like to thank Oscar the Grouch for his awards. All right, that's enough. That's enough, Ted. Thanks. But yeah, talk to you guys next Tuesday, and always trying to fit some more stuff in between Tuesdays. Yeah, I think that's it. You? Yep, I'm all good. Ripley, pray those sweet, sweet outro foods. That's the stream. It's over. Now you go watch Clover Lane. Cloverfield? Damn it. Either way, bad rhyme. Bad.